Children of the land, do you hear echoes of truths that once rang clear? Two souls intertwined, one true love they did find, bringing land and heavens near. But flames that burn full bright soon fell dark. Memories dimmed by shadowed hearts. In the waxing gloom did wane the lover's moon, watching as their worlds drift apart. One soul's cry, a passion welling sacrifice, a final plea to her kin. Yet this bond of hope by treachery was broke, scattering her words to the wind. Swelling over long seas of blood are a song, and death an afterthought to those who fight for naught. Alone, lying empty, children of the land and service. Why must you turn to empty bliss? Tell me why break trust? Why turn the past to dust? Seeking solace in the abyss. Tell me why create a circle none can break? Why must you let go the life you were bestowed? This I fear I
Bueno, muy buenas tardes y acaloradas además. Vamos a continuar con esta historia. Puse un poco de música porque por alguna razón no hay música aquí. No sé qué habrá pasado. If we take the Griffin's double at his word, then the crystals are now somewhere within Sahara, ready to be put to use by the Amalia. We must apprise Alice of all we have learned. I will join you both in little al amigo after I have changed. Ok. Por lo menos el volumen está bien alto. No, ya sé por qué. Ok, entonces vamos a regresar al amigo Chas. Now that Tancred has finally arrived, mayhap you could share your latest findings? You mean to tell me that while we were worrying ourselves sick, Ida and Papalimo were here all along? Well, Istola will be relieved and also angry. Mainly angry, I should think. As for the crystals, what choice do we have? We cannot very well live in the hands of the Amalia. For all we know, we could be prepared. They could be preparing to summon Ifrit even as we speak. We must make to Saharak without delay. Agreed. If there is no else to discuss, let us depart at once. So they go forth in accordance with Griffin's plan. Urianger. The players gather to assume their marks on the stage withering in flame. Ere long the curtain shall rise, and the drama of which I am author, God forgive me, shall at last be performed. Now else remaineth save to stand at the ready and pray that the chance is seized, for never shall we know its like again. You think there will be more obvious signs of something was afoot, but if anything the place seems quieter than I remember it. I have a bad feeling about this. Once things come here, it's possible that we have been deceived. I confess I expected a warmer greeting, but we must not jump to conclusions, not until we have braved the balls of embers. We must be ready to engage the enemy at any moment. If you would make any final preparations, pray do so now. I shall await your signal. Vamos.
This isn't right. The Amalja would never leave this place so poorly guarded.
Not willingly, no.
The saviors of Eorzea. Slow as ever.
By the 12. Will you never learn?
You know, you're right. Mayhap it is time for a change of tack. Killing primals, tormenting beastmen, hastening the birth of a new god. It's all a bit much, isn't it? And frankly, we don't have the leisure to do it. But killing the warrior of light, on the other hand, that would soon plunge Eorzea into chaos. One life for one world. A fair exchange. Wouldn't you agree?
Lest you forget, you've more than one opponent.
Carbuncles! Defend me!
I sense you will offer more than mere target practice, unlike your sister.
Alize!
Did I not tell you, Alphino? I am not the girl I once was. My brother was always the clever one, while my talents lay elsewhere. If you would dare to stand against us, to destroy all that we hold dear, then you shall die by my sword.
Let's finish this.
Hubiera venido como samurái, ¿verdad? Bueno, no hay problema.
You shall fall soon enough.
There's no escape! more games. It ends now. What?
The chains!
You snake! You would betray us as well?
He that holdeth fast unto his convictions shall never count betrayal amongst his crimes, though all the world may call him villain. My path is unchanged, my creed sacrosanct. This I believe with all my heart. But say, warrior of darkness, and speak true, what dost thou believe? That rendering up the souls of thy world in service to the rejoining will grant it salvation? Nay.
By the 12! Oriange!
Mine apologies, Master Alphino. That the brightest light might shine, duty did compel me to walk in darkest shade.
You sweet fool. I was almost willing to believe you had turned against us. I expect a full explanation when this is over. For now, may I assume you have turned your cloak for the last time?
Thou mayest, my lady. By thy leave.
Even odds, then. No matter. We'll crush the lot of you in one fell swoop!
Understood.
Hearken to me. We only have one chance. Channel your ether into my blade that I might strike before the mage casts his spell. I cannot do it alone, but together we can defeat them! Make ready! They come! blade, I banish the darkness.
No. Not like this.
Alize, are you hurt?
A touch dizzy, but otherwise fine. Thank you.
And there you have it. Our friend is too stubborn to die.
We are far from finished. Or have you never considered how we came to this world?
Crystals? You mean, like the Ascians?
Just so. As the Ascians flee unto the rift twixt plains with crystals of darkness, so did these warriors come hither with crystals of light.
Eloquent, as always. Aye, like the Ascians, we too are beyond death. You cannot defeat that which is eternal.
Wait! Such methods as the Ascians employ require the renunciation of the flesh. You would have had to...
At long last, you see. To save our world, we gave our lives. We were just adventurers trying to make our way. An odd job here, a favor there. We never aspired to be warriors of light. But word of our deeds spread, and soon people were calling us heroes. They placed their hopes and dreams on our shoulders, and bid us fight for all that was good and right. We fought, and we fought, and we fought, until there was no one left to fight. We won! And now our world is being erased from existence. We did everything right. Everything that was asked of us, and still it came to this. You of all people should understand. We will not falter. We brought our world to the brink of destruction, and now we must save it.
I've died before, Arbet. I'm not afraid to die again.
No matter how many times we fall, we must rise and carry on the fight for those we left behind.
to have known the depth of sorrow and embraced the highest sacrifice. Nonetheless, Master Louis-Sois, guide my hand, I pray you, as fate's thread spinneth upon this most capricious spindle. Quickly! Thou must needs invoke the power of thy crystal.
What is this place?
Such pain. Such sorrow. Oh, my dear children.
It can't be.
Mother Heidelin, hearken unto your children's plea. From two worlds do we gather, and from two worlds do we offer a bounty of light. In this desperate hour we do beseech your intercession. We beg an audience with the word of the Mother, with your chosen Minfilia.
Your cries go not unheard, nor your sacrifices unnoticed. Though many are lost, there are those we can yet save, whom I can yet save.
Minfilia.
Blessed children of the First, the light of your world hath grown blinding in its radiance, but it is not yet absolute. I will hie me to your world, and there take unto myself the light which riseth even now to drown it, as darkness once did drown another.
Now you deign to answer our prayers? I will suffer this farce no longer!
As the Ascians must serve as instruments of Zodiark's will, so too must others carry out the will of Heidelin. But for the boon you have granted her, she has grown strong enough to set me free, that I might serve as her emissary. Your suffering, your sacrifice, your supplications, she has heard all. We will not let the first fall to light. Thank you, Urianger, for bringing everyone here. It fills my heart with joy to look upon the faces of my friends once more.
In taking you unto her bosom, I knew that Heidelin had bequeathed to you a sliver of her grace, granting you strength longsword. And in treating with the Ascians, I learnt of a star like unto our own, a doomed world of fallen heroes in whom I glimpsed ourselves, the first. Full long did I search for a means to save this world, concluding at the last that the answer lay in the power of blessed crystals. And thus did I labor to set light against dark. Yet I knew from the beginning that this salvation would not come without sacrifice. For the instrument of the first's deliverance would of necessity be required to journey thither, there to remain, mayhap forever.
You orchestrated all of this, not to save her, but to send her away!
One life for one world. Such was the bargain, and you the coin, though it were not mine to spend.
Have we not walked together in the light of the crystal, and at her bidding borne witness to the joys and sorrows of this land? Each and every one of you knows my heart. If this be the price I must pay, I pay it gladly.
You want to go alone, then?
My dearest Thancred, you who have ever watched over me, I am truly grateful for all you have done on my behalf, as would my father be. Your kindness, your compassion, your love. These are your gifts to me, and our gifts to them, forming a bond which transcends time and space.
Sometimes I forget you are not the child I once knew. Make me proud.
Long have I watched you from Heidelin's side. Watched as you nurtured and kept safe the light of the dawn. The dark recesses of the world hide untold secrets and dangers. Thus do I entrust to you, Tupsimati. I pray you, keep to the path that you may never have need of it.
Twould seem the power of our crystals is all but spent. Perhaps, if there is naught else to be done.
Hear me, servants of Heidelin. If you would have us place our trust in you, then I would ask a favor. Take us with you. Take us home. We were blind to the truth once, so I tell you this, as one fool to another. Light, dark, it doesn't matter. What matters is how you choose to use them. We made our choice and you see what came of it, so please, forge a different path. sees a better fate.
Tis a strange feeling. So many times have I watched you depart, my heart filled with worry. And ever did you return to me in triumph. Someday, when I have found a way to free this star from her sorrow, I promise you I shall repay the favor. Thank you, Louis, for everything.
No se pudo despedir. Expecting mine, I do not expect the forgiveness. Though things in no fall as perhaps I mean to say, I truly believe that she forgave me. I should not have spoken. It is not that place. It would seem we are in certain tunnel again. Me feel as we not up. May the 12 speed her on her way, and the warriors of darkness too. I cannot help but wonder what awaits those wayward souls. If they gave their lives in order to travel to the source, then in return to the first, will they not? Mayhap that was their wish. Oh, forgive me, my thoughts were elsewhere. And this when I know full well there is yet work to be done. The crystals. Leave them to me. I will go to Saharak and secure them. The Amalia will still be in disarray for the touching of the warriors of darkness guide them. They are not like to notice one lone bar sulking around. Would encourage you. Don't have to do this, I know, but I want to. I will see you at the resting stones. I should go and find Ida and Papalimo. They must have finished searching the mask camp by now. Not that it matters anymore. You must be tired, Jengo. I know I am. If you will permit me, my lady, I would ask a question. When these two became aware of my independent pursuits? When I saw you meeting with the Warrior of Darkness and the Asian Invite in the Great Library. I try not to think the worst. You have never been one to confide in others, so I knew that even were your intentions pure, you would not share your plans with us until you felt the time was right. But I cannot deny that part that filled you has simply betrayed us. Would that there have been another way? Know that I took no pleasure in deceiving thee, and that these sins will forever weight heavy in my heart. I understand why you did what you did. That you would sought to achieve in the greatest good while inflicting the last harm. Not many would have the courage to make that choice. But even knowing that kind of your actions, I find that I cannot condone them. I'm sorry. Jengo, forgive me. Would I believe the events of the day have taken their toll on me? I should take rest for a while. It's to grant if you would grant me leave, I would gladly escort thee into the first of thine own choosing. Once my lady had regained strength, we shall join thee in the recent sons of the Heavensward of light. Okay. Well, Jengo, Alfino said you would be joining us. To seem the Gryffindor was telling the truth, insofar as we found nothing resembling the accessible cache of crystals in the mass camp. Did you perchance find one in Sazerac? Actually, I don't believe it. The crystals, Mephilia, all of it is just... I don't know. What is it? What it is. I sympathize, Ada. Even now I struggle to comprehend what that which I saw. The only thing that I can say with any certainty is that I feel blessed you have been granted a final chance to speak with her. Thus bittersweet, I also affirming. If not, I believe it is past time Ida and I rejoin the science. We have been away far too long. Though I am not to lead the Griffin on his own devices, I feel that investigation will benefit from your more dispassionate perspectives, and I hope that we might in turn offer our own opinions on the many challenges that you have faced on our absence. God, it's been nice for absolutely ages, hasn't it? I can't wait to hear about everyone's adventures. We should be glad to recount them, and Tataru's tales may well surprise you. Oh. Ida? Raja will praise it is you. Ida alive and standing here before me, in the flesh. I can hardly believe my eyes. Oh, come on now. Has it really been so long you don't remember me? It's Gumball. I thought that your father in the revolution. Do not think less of her, friends. It's been 20 years since the occupation sent us separate ways, but the resistance were always welcome in the little Amigo. They gave us hope, and young Ida most all. Ida was here always full of fire, even the first to volunteer for a mission until the day she up and vanished. That is, there were rumors and we feared the worst. But here you are, alive and well, looking every day older. Well, what can I say? I'm sorry for running off like that and making you all worry. It's a long story, but just say I got involved with my friends here, the Scions. Oh, sorry, we're still in the cycle of knowing back then, right? Anyway, I wanted to come back and tell you, but it was all very secretive stuff, and at the time, as you can see, I'm completely fine. I know we have a lot to talk about, we will, but I know I have got to hurry back to our headquarters. My friends are expecting me. Corre. Pray for him, it has been a very long day for us all. I promise we will visit again the first opportunity. Let us return to the recent stones. Hell's take me for giving you that ask. Ay, papalín, pues ni modo, así pasa cuando sucede. had me. You didn't say the word, Jengo. I know. Wherever she wanders, no matter how far, she will always be with us. ¿Por qué tan solo por mí? Welcome home, Jengo. I trust your journey was uneventful. You will be pleased to hear that Tancred has secured the crystals he sent word short while ago. Once he has delivered them safely to the temple's next care, he will rejoin us here, and we can declare this matter officially resolved. While awaiting your arrival, I took the opportunity to contact Istola and Kryl, and briefed them of all that occurred. I also requested that they return to Rising Stones at their earliest convenience. Now that our lost friends have been found, I will soon meet to discuss the future.
Back in the Zola! It's been too long since we were all together like this. Not since after Moonbraider.
Much has changed since then. We ourselves, most of all.
Though not all who were lost could be gathered here today, we may take comfort in the knowledge that those who are not are carrying on the fight.
While I am grateful to our friends in the north for their hospitality, it isn't half good to be back.
But, as Papalima rightly said, much has changed since we last stood here. The Scions of the Seventh Dawn are not as they once were, nor should we be. Our travels in the north brought us into contact with a host of fine and generous people, and their selfless deeds serve to show me that it is not lofty causes that should inform our actions, but our hearts. And I hope that the Scions might continue in this manner, as individuals driven by individual principles. Provided we all sincerely desire to work towards Eorzea's salvation, I believe the paths we follow to achieve it need not, and should not, be dictated by any single ideal.
Companions bound by a common purpose, free to go whither they will. The idea is not without merit. Very well. I shall resume my research of the primals and the elder gods of Eorzea. Should anyone have need of my findings, you need only ask. I should be glad of your continued assistance.
Well, my main purpose in coming here was to see the signs of the Seventh Dawn restored and my dear friend found. Nevertheless, having involved myself in your struggles, I feel compelled to see them through to the bitter end. For Minfilia's sake. That is, if there are no objections.
You will always be welcome here, Kryl.
Urianger, and we trust you to carry on your investigation of the Ascians as before.
Regardless of mine own desires, I am undeserving of your trust, having so villainously deceived you all.
Now, I'll hear no more of that. It would be disrespectful of Minfilia's wishes. She entrusted matters here to us, that we might protect this star and understand the truth which hides at her heart. Mayhap I can handle the former, but I think you far better suited to the latter. No?
Very well. Then out of love for my Lady Minfilia and Moonbreeder both, this shall be my solemn charge.
Papalimo and I should probably return to Thanalan to keep an eye on the Resistance. There's still the matter of the Griffin and the Amalja, not to mention the new Imperial Viceroy. That little lot must be worthy of our attention, right?
And what will you do, Alize?
You know I have no great love for organizations and formalities. That being said, this new approach you propose is not wholly objectionable, and we've always got him to keep us from bickering. But I will suffer no titles. I am not here for House Leveilleur, nor to walk in Grandfather's shadow.
Upon that point, we see eye to eye. If it please you, you may think of me as but another comrade in arms.
Well then, Alfie, I for my part shall see to the paperwork and the finances with my characteristic aplomb.
I would not have it any other way, Tataru. And we mustn't forget you. What now for the Warrior of Light?
You sure? For those we have lost, for those we can yet save.
Indeed.
The path behind us was fraught with hardship, and the path before us will be no less unforgiving. But a new dawn shall break over the realm, and I see before me the faces of those who will deliver it.
No, ya lo usaron. Look at them, Jengo. The Scions of the Seven Down. Look how far we have come. The people we have met, the moments we have shared, the losses we have suffered, the tragedies we have overcome, all of this was made us who we are today. Where we go from here is what the future holds, only to know. But I know that we will find out together.
One world's heroes are another world's villains. One world's loss, another world's gain. Where men go as one, there is life. And where there is life,
My friends, if I may, I would ask that you entrust Tupsimati to me. Clouds gather upon the horizon, and as Master Louisoix's disciple, I would keep it close at hand. Thank you. I shall guard it well.
there is cause to hope. For every ending, every parting, marks a new beginning.
Well done, brother. You may resume your normal duties and rejoin the others. The coming battle shall be our greatest yet, and I intend to stand with you all on that glorious day. True believers are so really less. I have given them everything they desire, all for which they have prayed, and I doubt you can say the same for your pawns. Well, look what you wanted then. Was it all worth in the end? There were some unexpected developments, but they were ultimately to our advantage. Be it holds to a sure fate of light or dark, a world beneath of equilibrium is but a void in one thing, and a void is of no use to my master. I shall follow her emissary with great interest. As for the pawns, who you so pity, they have delivered unto me a gift which I do now present to you. Un par de ojos virolos. The eyes of need hope. Many were the candidates considered, but by your deeds you have proven yourself the most deserving. A man of boundless rage and bottomless despair, in whose breast beats a heart with the thirst for vengeance. Only you are fit to wield these eyes, for will or for woe. So it was here all along. Nero, 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 Nero. Oh, you just wait, my pretty. You and I are going to have so much fun. Hi Jengo, just the hero I wanted to see. Would you mind doing me a small favor? I need you to meet me at the Diamond Force. This won't take long, I promise. A ver, espérate, te regreso. Muy bien, estoy de regreso. Entonces dijo que íbamos para... Ok. I'm sorry to drag you away from your duties, but as I said, this won't take long. I just need you to stand perfectly still for a few moments. Right, everyone, ready to go to work? Screw me now. And you might want to close your eyes. No más falta el ruido del gato o el gato ya ir gruñendo. This all finished the war realized every measure from heroic head from intrepid toe. Ay, Tataro. Well, wouldn't you like to know? All in good time, Jengo, all in good time. Aha, found you. Athena wants everyone in the solar for a meeting. I don't know what's in about, but he seemed to think it was very important. Go on, we have everything we need. No sense of keeping everyone waiting.
We're here. Did we miss anything?
We would not presume to begin without you, Ida. Urianger has returned to the Waking Sands, but everyone else is now present.
Yes, but for what exactly? We all have duties to attend to, Alphino, so you may dispense with the preamble.
Thank you, Elise. It is the very subject of those duties which compelled me to call this gathering. Though the warriors of darkness no longer pose a threat, Eorzea's many troubles demand no less of our attention. And while I stand by the decision to approach each task as we see fit, I fear our effectiveness will ultimately be diminished should we continue to act in ignorance of each other's efforts. Thus, I propose we elect a successor to Minfilia. Not to serve as a fully fledged antecedent, perhaps, but as a coordinator of operations.
Is that all? Well, then the decision seems clear. No one else has shown any enthusiasm for the role, and judging by your performance at our previous meeting, you would seem the perfect candidate. You always did have a flair for politics.
I did not mean to... That was not my intention. As my tenure as Commander of the Crystal Braves comprehensively demonstrated, I lack the qualities required for such an office. I would much prefer to remain as I am now, a soldier in the field, so to speak.
Should none of our numbers step forward, must we then constrain some unwilling candidate to take up the position?
Well, based on merit alone, a certain adventurer would be my choice. Though I concede he might struggle to balance his new responsibilities with, let me see, slaying primals, thwarting legatuses, and feeding the orphan poor.
I think
Thancred makes a good point. Any who would wear such a mantle would be bound by its obligations. Have we not become sufficiently familiar with each other's methods to act without an overseer? At present, I see no cause to so willingly limit one of our number.
Oh my goodness, you're... Help! I need some help here!
Corran.
Tataru, are you all right?
Me? I'm fine. It's this poor girl who just staggered in and collapsed on the floor that I'm worried about.
Narco! God, how did... Yashola! Please, you have to help her.
Kral, a hand if you would. Let us see about closing these wounds.
Now, we've staunched the bleeding, but it may be a while before you can move about again. Though having seen your wounds, I'm surprised you are still moving at all.
Thank you. My message. It was too important to delay. I took the shortest route I could, though I knew it was more heavily patrolled. As you can see, my efforts at evasion were not entirely successful.
Honestly, you're too brave for your own good. What was so urgent that you needed to fight half the Empire to get here? You could have been killed.
I'm sorry, Ida. I had good reason. But I imagine your friends are wondering who this bloody mess of a Mikote is. My name is Minago, and I belong to the Alamegan Resistance. I came to warn Ida and Papalimo about one of our leaders. A man who calls himself the Griffin. He's always been dangerous, but he's planning something new. Something reckless.
The Griffin, you say? I've heard the name. Rumor has it your man is eager to test his claws.
Aye, and on no easy target. He means to assault Belsar's wall from the Alamegan side.
But what does the Griffin possibly hope to gain from such an attack?
From what I understand, he wants the fires of war to spread to Eorzea. And for that, he needs to control the border with Gridania.
So, he means to spark a conflict between the Alliance and the Imperial forces stationed in Alamigo, to have Eorzea's armies aid in the liberation effort, whether they will it or no.
His plan is flawed. Even should the Resistance succeed in occupying the wall, they would not be able to hold it. Imperial reinforcements would drive them out within a week.
Be that as it may, if there is even a chance that this scheme could bring about an escalation in hostilities between Eorzea and the Empire, the Alliance must be informed.
Agreed. I should depart for Limsa forthwith and seek an audience with the Admiral. Thancred, Uldar is yours. Alphino and Alize, make haste to the Twelveswood and notify the Elder Seedseer of the danger to Gridania. She will duly call a council of the Alliance leaders, whom you must be ready to receive. You will be our voice in Ishgard. Explain the situation to Sir Emmerich, and encourage him to send an envoy. To Taru, Kryl, I leave the care of our injured messenger to you. See that she remains quiescent and her wounds closed. I believe that covers everything. Let us be about our tasks.
I suspect the ill tidings from Girabania will be held as a turning point. The beginning to a bloody end. The business of war was ever conducted with the coin of self-sacrifice. 'Twas Master Louisoix himself who taught us that such costs are not to be ignored or denied. And so, I shall embrace them. When the time comes, I will make my choice, as you will yours.
Lucia, greetings, Warrior of Light. What business brings you to Ishgard? I see. Wait here, I will summon Sir Emmerich. It's good to see you, my friend. This was a pity. It must be under such circumstances. Had Lucian informed me of the urgency of your suit, I would certainly have sent for some wine. But to business. I thank you for bringing these developments in Alamigo to our attention. Ishgard will of course send an envoy to attend the council in Gridania. I cannot say who will represent us, however, as the choice is not mine to make, not mine alone at any rate. Given the imminence of the trade, we may forego the formalities of a full assembly, but I will still need to consult my counterpart in the House of Commons prior to proceeding. Will you permit me some time to make the necessary arrangements? I thank you. A representative, however, we select, will require a suitable escort. Make your preparations and inform Sir Handelop that he is to lead in our absence. Yes, Lord Commander. Jengo, bring accompany Lucia to the gates of judgment and make ready to depart to Gridania. I will have our envoy join you as soon as I can. Fury speed you on your way. If you have no other business in the city, join me at the gates of judgment. We must be ready to depart the instant the envoy arrives. Perhaps wondering who will represent this here in the council, as this is a military martyr, should not be surprised if Emmerich nominated himself. He is the Lord Commander of the Bonus after all. No sé, creo que va a ser... We meet again. As it happens, my counterpart in the House of Commons agreed that I should act as Isgar envoy. Not I concede that there was ever any real doubt. As Lord Commander of the Temple, it is my duty to sanction any military cooperation. Be as it may, I could not good conscience to make this decision alone, not with the ink scarce drying in the Republic's Book of Statutes. I trust you understand, my friend. Alas, I must test your patience still further by making a brief stop at Camp Dragonhead. Given the trouble brewing in the Black Shore, I will see that the garrison is ready to defend the border. England's American counterpart saw the wisdom in his coming. Few, if any, in Isgard can claim to possess his expertise in both politics and welfare. The garrison commander waits within. Why not accompany me, Jengo? You may see a familiar face. ¿En serio? Jengo, old boy? How wonderful to see you, said I'm Eric too. To what do I owe these unexpected pleasures? I will have some mulled wine brought out of the kitchen at once, if you will excuse. Nay, do not trouble yourself, Honora. We shall soon be on our way. Lucia, a brief summary if you will. Yes, Lord Commander. Those millions hardly need an excuse to wage war. Bloodletting comes as natural as breathing to a garden into an imperial. And thus we shall strengthen our patrols as you suggest. We shall also be sure to communicate these developments to Lord Francel and at the observatory. I see, you have everything in hand. Carry on, Commander. Surprised to see yours truly at the helm. You and me both, old boy. I thought I'd ever feel worthy to sit where he sat. Pues ponte las pilas, Emmeline. Yes, we can, but play the hands we dealt, and with a little help from the veterans and Honorat's ceaseless chiding, I'm sure I'll muddle through. So worry not, old boy, off to Gridania with you. Honora. Diplomatic duties have brought me here on several occasions, but I find that I am as attracted by the luxurious beauty now as when I first laid eyes upon it. I fear that this time, however, even shall not afford us the luxury of enjoying the splendor of the forest. It seems we are to have an escort to the Lotus Stand. A pleasant place to discuss unpleasant matters, is it not? Yes, of course. Just like that. We are the last time to arrive. Let us announce ourselves, shall we? ¿No esperas que el cueste tenga de paseo? No. No te lleva, tienes que ir. The boyfriend has arrived. Very good. This way you should go. Ah, and the missile party as well. I had gone to sleep in unnoticed, but I see I was not the only one delayed in my arrival. Greetings, Sir Aymeric. Admiral, always a pleasure. And Jengo, I trust you are well. This day of reunions, it seems. I believe you are well acquainted with my escort. Mr. Jengo, I was glad to hear from Real that the missing scions have not been found. There is much more I will discuss with you, but let us first attend to the issue at hand, shall we?
I bid you welcome, my friends. As you will by now be aware, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn have come into possession of certain intelligence concerning recent developments in the region of Gyr Abania. It springs, I am assured, from an unimpeachable source. Is that not so, Master Alphino?
Indeed, Elder Seedseer. Our information comes directly from a member of the Resistance's inner circle, and we have no cause to doubt its veracity.
This griffin of theirs is a fool if he thinks he can hold Belsar's wall against the Empire. When the Imperials move to take it back, they will come in force, and the resulting fighting is all but certain to spill over into the Black Shroud.
At the Battle of Cartano, the combined might of 3 grand companies labored to contend with the remnants of but a single Imperial legion. Alone, Gridania would be hard-pressed indeed to hold back the tide, should the Garleans turn their minds from reclamation to invasion.
May I once more convey my nation's deepest regrets for our inaction in the days prior to the calamity. 'Tis a stain upon our ledger that I would fain remove. Elder Seedseer, I do hereby request leave to deploy a defensive force within the borders of Gridania. Ishgard's return to the Alliance shall be honored by more than mere ink upon parchment.
The Doman people, too, would join any effort that weakens our common foe. We are few, but our most seasoned shinobi are at your disposal.
On behalf of my people, I offer you my humble thanks. Gridania welcomes your assistance.
It is time we set our contingency plans in motion. Is the Alliance agreed? Then let us make ready for war. Victory favors the swift, and there is much to be done.
Council knows that Alamigo will not soon be wrested from the Empire, and its decision to bolster the border's defences seems eminently practical. Why then, brother, do you scowl so?
I agree that they have chosen the wisest course available. Indeed, the only reasonable one. Yet something feels awry. In making ready for war, is the Alliance not granting the Griffin the very thing he desired? Any attempt to hold the wall is doomed to failure, aye. But I wonder if we have misjudged the prize for which he plays.
Es una trampa, ya la volvió al final. That the Council was able to reach an accord so swiftly is a heartening development in itself. I only hope my misgivings prove unfounded. Ah, good. You have yet to depart. I feared I had missed you. Sir, I mean. Master Orfino, a pleasure as always. And Mrs. Alice, how wonderful to see you thus recovered. Pardon for the interruption. I had hoped to thank Jengo for serving as our escort before other duties called him away. I just wait to thank our Roman ally. Forgive me, my lord, I was but waiting for an opportune moment to join the conversation. A force of habit made me keep to the shadows. No apologies are necessary, Mr. Yugiri. I was most grateful for your intervention when I offered Isgar's support. My nation's historic failure to heed the Alliance pleas for aid is a matter of record. Even so, the Alliance leaders were plainly unprepared for my impromptu apology. The resulting awareness may have lingered longer were it not for your timely offer of cooperation, which allowed the elder Sitseer to accept us both. I very much appreciate the gesture. I only did my duty, Sir Emerick. The Empire is an enemy to us all, and we are grateful for the opportunity to fight at your side. I'm full glad are we to have you. I convey my regards to the Scions, my friends. We must return to Isgard. Whatever is wrong with that beautiful sorry or thank you. Must these politicians always make a speech out of everything? That's how we all speak, this sister. May have the ones who like the sound of their own voice. In any case, our business here is concluded. We should be on our way as well. Will you accompany us to the Venastor, Yugiri? Actually, I think I shall first pay a brief visit to East Shore. I am curious to know how Papalimo and Ida fared in there as will the Sylphids. Not to mention that it has been one of Belsa's wall. I will join you at the Resistance Salon. Even I am astonished by how closely Mistress Alice remembers Master Rufino. Their very mannerings are alike. From distance, I should be hard-pressed to tell one from another, until they open their mouths, of course. Welcome back, Jengo. I don't know about you, but I am hugely glad that all of the talking is over. I understand that these council meetings are important, but do you not find it tiresome to have to weigh every word before you speak it? I doubt I will ever feel at home in the realm of politics. Let's say people have been known to charge, and if my brother is willing to run his own errands, anything is possible. Well, as much as I enjoy the bustle of the town, I think it's time we headed inside. My brother and the others will not be long. You return from the council, but what of Afino? Did some others matter require his attention? My apologies, friends. I trust we have not kept you waiting over long. Greetings, everyone. Oh, great. How's Nago doing? She will be alright, won't she? I don't see why not. She's sleeping at the moment. Tataru is keeping an eye on her, so we'll know soon enough if there's any change in her condition. Her wounds are healing well. With sufficient rest, I am certain she will make a full recovery. Thank goodness for that. Now, perhaps you will share with us the council decision. Each of the nation Ishgard included has committed to proving military support to Gridania. The Eorzean Alliance will soon have significant force in the Black Shore, ready to respond to any Imperial act of aggression. You know, I almost wish the Council would stop messing around and give the Griffin what he wants. I wouldn't like to be the Imperial caught between the Resistance and the Alliance. Mira, you cannot seriously. One does not lightly go to war with the Garlean Empire. Quite. To open hostilities without due consideration would be to invite disaster. If only there were some way to reach the Griffin, some means to convince him to abandon his reckless course. It may not be entirely infeasible. There is a network of tunnels between Balsa's wall. Secret passage dug by the Resistance to provide a way out of Alamigo, which may require to serve as way in. Precisely. If all are in agreement, I will be the one to undertake the necessary negotiations. I am familiar with the route, and the Resistance is familiar with me. About as familiar as they are with me, you mean? Say what you want, I'm coming too. I have some experience of practice of infiltration. If you will have me, my services are at your disposal. As are mine. It has been far too long since I shared shadow with a shinobi, and I do not intend to waste the opportunity. 4 is quite sufficient for an infiltration mission. Little numbers will only serve to increase the risk of detection. Claire and I will direct our energies elsewhere. What about you? Leveliers. I will return to Eastshore and stand watch over the border. Should matters take turn for the worse, it will seem wise to be on hand. May I prevail upon you to accompany me, Jengo? Gridania will be safer for your presence, and while it may not seem the most duty, dear sister, may I ask that you remain in the rising stones to pass on messages and so on? To hold the fort, you mean? Very well, I suppose the task must fall to someone. Safe travel, all of you. Ok, ya pasaron los que estaban haciendo su escándalo. If you have any unfinished business in the toll, pray attend to it now. I will depart for the Hawthorne Hut without delay. The nearby watchtower offers an unobstructed view of Elsa's wall, and I should be interested to speak to the Alliance commanders who have installed themselves at its top. Jengo, there you are. Come. Amaricides spread away. Spire. The Alliance officers on the platform should be able to apprise us of any developments at the wall. Fancy meeting you two here. We were about to set forth. Indeed. I was about to say to watch over you, but I know you have need of divine protection, even as you are venturing into enemy territory. Don't worry, Avila. We have the griffin by the scruff of the neck before you know it. Don't make your mind, Ida. Nearly a moment ago you seemed ready to shake the griffin by the hand rather than the neck. So, which is to be? Would be best to decide before we enter into negotiations. Trust me, Papalimo. I will check whatever needs checking. The talking part I leave to you. I think I feel her edge coming on. We end our way, shall we? Ah, some things never change. Some things never change. Well then, shall we make for the Spire? Our Alliance friends will doubtless have news for us. Heavensward. Welcome, Warrior. I assume you are here to speak with our commander officers? You will find them on the observation platform, but I proceed. Greetings, my friends. It is good to see you both well. I was hoping you might turn up. I have dragged half the watch here. See, and the sight of you might help remind and why we bothered. If memory serves, I have not seen many of you since the day of the Grand Melee. Having borne the brunt of your blows, may I have say what an honor it is to stand at your side. It is heartening indeed to see the realm's most stalwart defenders thus gathered in common cause. Speaking of which, what news from the world? All has been quiet. Hablaste demasiado pronto. Report. What? 7 hells. Fighting has brought out top of the wall a full-scale assault. So the Griffin has made his move. Someone has. And what's supposed to mean? The attackers, they are wearing Grand Company colors. Impossible, we gave no such order. Of course, the wall was never the Griffin's target. It was fate. We had been goaded into deploying our armies nearby, thus lending way to his deception. If those uniforms were convincing enough to deceive my scouts, the Empire will surely think we have launched an offensive. This could mean war. Even so, this may yet be no more than a diversion. With the armies of the Alliance occupying the Empire's attention, it would be comparatively easy for the Griffin supporters to slip into Al Amigo. He could then incite rebellion amongst the populace which the Imperial reserves would be hard-pressed to contain. Every semi-wild would be plunged into chaos. Jengo, we must make for the wall at once. What? Just the two of you? Our companions embarked into a mission to sway the Griffin from his course, and are likely halfway to his command post by now. They will emerge in the midst of a raging battle, and I do not mean to abandon them to their fate. It will be dangerous, but the confusion may work to our advantage if we are careful to avoid the skirmishing. It may yet possible to reach the Griffin, and if we can do that. Lady Hilda, may I ask that you have an airship ready to bear the Scions to safety? I don't know who this Lady Hilda is, Marshal, but you can count on me. We must prepare for Imperial reprisals. May the Navigator guide us through the storm. Chun chun chun. Forward, comrades. The time has come to drive the Empire from Alamigo and force action upon those who have turned their backs to our suffering for so long. Let this victory be the first step in the liberation of our homeland. Alamigo will be free, no matter the cost. Estás idiota. Bueno. Maldita sea. A ver, espera, detecto. Ay, mi nariz me estaba matando. A ver. From what Papanimo told me, the Telehead should lead us into the shadow of the wall. As we have two objectives, I suggest we divide our forces. I shall make straightways to the tunnels and attempt to intercept the progress ere stumble into a bloodbath. While I do so, I must ask that you scale the wall, though note that I would not propose such a course if there were any other way. But the time for subtlety is past. Take abandon your most trusted companions and cut path through to the Griffin. Make him see reason by any means necessary. Once we are free of the tunnels, we will make for your position without due haste. And if everything proceeds according to plan, Hilda will then swoop in and spirit us all away to safety. I only pray that we have enough time. Vamos a hacer esto para moderar el poder. Pero NPCs que son... Vaya, sí, NPCs son Scions. Cinco minutotes. ¿Qué hacemos en esos 5 minutos? puedo estar que no quiere hacer las cosas. Claro, tenía que equivocarme, pero... Ilberd.
How'd you like these? Sloppy. I'll tear you limb from limb. Sloppy. How'd you like these? Sloppy.
Ay, exploté.
I'll tear you limb from limb. Sloppy. For al amigo! I have you now. How'd you like these? You've beaten me, aye. But you cannot stop what I've begun. Behold, a glimpse of things to come.
We did it! We showed the bastards!
Aye! Victory is ours!
And who knows, lads? Mayhap the Eorzeans will finally see sense when the enemy turns up on their bloody doorstep.
This is for Alamigo, for Eorzea. They die that others may live.
Esa maldita rata.
Vanguards! Attack!
Seven hells. Do you hear that?
Muy bien, esas dos ratas.
War machines. How did they get here so quickly?
Stand your ground! For the resistance!
There's nowhere to run. We're cut off.
Gods help us! What are we thinking? The Empire's too big.
Apenas te diste
Too
cuenta.
powerful.
Ay.
Mighty Ralker. Grant us the strength to crush our...
There you are! As you can see, our infiltrators did not elude me for long. Lady Ugiri is sending for an airship even as we speak.
What do we do? This is a massacre!
How wonderful to see you, Commander.
Illbird. I should have known. This has to end. It has to end now. Do you not see your countrymen dying? Have your ideals rendered you blind even to that? Order the retreat, and we will help your soldiers to safety.
Retreat? With the moment of my triumph so close at hand, you truly are a sheltered child, Leveilleur.
Nidhogg's eyes! No abyss is too deep for you, I see. But trust me when I say that such power was not meant for mortal hands.
How long have I struggled to reach this point? My countrymen, so inured to the taste of defeat, they no longer balk at its bitterness, shouting my throat raw with rallying cries, only to be greeted with dull eyes and blank faces. My brothers and sisters in Ulda have surrendered to their apathy and their appetites. Were it not for the glint of Lodorito's coin, I doubt even those here now would have answered my call. Take back our homeland! Free Alamigo! Ha! They'll happily mouth the words, but they won't spill the blood. You say no mortal should wield these eyes? Then I shall gladly become a demon. I will suckle on the souls of the hopeless and liberate the homeland they no longer deserve.
What exactly do you mean to do?
Did you hear their cries as victory was snatched away from them? Even with their dying breaths, they cursed the Empire. Never has their desire for vengeance been so raw, so true. A god has no need of faith when summoned by so pure a purpose.
Summoned? You cannot mean to fight the Empire with a primal! You know full well the danger, the futility of relying on such power!
Oh yes, I know their limitations. Which is why I will call upon a deity more terrible than the very black worm of the calamity itself.
What? Here? Now?
Like hells you will!
An ending to mark a new beginning. My pain, my longing, you shall have it all!
This light, is it...
His death completed the ritual. The primal is taking shape.
Well, can't we stop it? There must be something we can do!
There is one thing.
What? Hey! Where do you think you're going?
Master Louisoix briefly contained Bahamut by means of a potent spell of sealing. I will now attempt to do the same.
But that's impossible! We would need hours to collect the necessary ether, if not days!
Alphino, though I concede it may not always be apparent, I was ever your grandsire's finest pupil.
Marty, of course! The staff still holds enormous power, broken or not.
Don't you dare, Papalymo! I know how that spell works! It is time to leave!
Quite right! Quickly now, off you go! The further away, the better!
No! If you're staying, then so am I!
No, Ida! There is a path only you can walk, and it must not end here, not like this! Take her! Please, you have to take her!
What? No! Damn it, Thancred! Put me down! Thancred!
This is one battle you cannot fight. Away with you! Go!
Bueno, ya sé que es feo que no va a andar a volar. Vamos a ver qué pasa aquí.
Hilda! I think he means now!
I bid thee farewell again, my dear Ida. Now, let us see how good a student I truly was.
Why? Why didn't they let me stay? Papali was my friend. I should have been there with him. You could see it in his eyes, Ida. He knew what he was doing, what he had to be done. Master Lucifer wore the same look right before the end. You think I don't know that? I know all, right? I know. There is nothing more you could have done. Gilbert goes all of what? Even Jengo was powerless to stop him. If you must blame someone, then blame me. Just promise that you will never forget what Papa Limo strove to protect, or the lessons he tried to teach you. Don't speak to me. Leave Ida with me. Go on. Go back to the Rising Stones. The others need to know what happened here. Once again, I find myself at a loss for words. But Tancred is right. We must return to the Rising Stones and appraise our companions of all of this. Please make your way there at once. I will say word to Istola and the others of our imminent return. Bueno, pues creo que es buen momento para tener el stream. Justo era sido de interrogación. No me di cuenta. En fin. Vamos a dejar por ahí vamos a dejar hasta aquí la historia. Mañana continuamos con más Final Fantasy XIV, Heavensward. Y a ver qué más allá. Y a ver qué más nos toca ver. Pero mientras, buenas noches. Gracias por la compañía y nos vemos mañana. Chao.